Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 3rd of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker and the very end of the Skywalker saga created by George Lucas, a lot of fans have been very skeptical about the future of the Star Wars franchise and exactly how Disney and Lucasfilm are really going to handle everything moving forward when it comes to their TV shows and their new Star Wars trilogy of films and more. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about the future of Star Wars is that the new Star Wars movies are going to be far darker than ever before, even darker than that of Revenge of the Sith, which I consider to be by far the darkest Star Wars film. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that. It's right up there with The Empire Strikes Back, but I view Episode 3 as the darkest. So, this new trilogy, alright, the thing that's really surprising to me is the fact that, yes, they want to include a lot of A-list actors on board of the Star Wars franchise to a different level. And this isn't something necessarily, new. We've seen a great example of George kind of tapping into this with his prequel trilogy of using A-list, actors like Samuel Jackson and, of course, Liam Neeson as a great example. Those are the two big A-list actors at the time to include in the Star Wars universe. So, when we look at everything of what Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to put together, they are really trying to make something new that's really going to stand on its own, and that's going to really feel like Star Wars. It's going to have its own authentic feel, and will be in tune with the vision by George Lucas that he had with the old expanded universe. So, of course, what's really intriguing is that with both Disney and Lucasfilm now finished with the Skywalker saga, they are now fully invested with their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe in general. Now, it's explained that Bob Chapek has multiple plans in order to reunite the Star Wars fans around the world, and that they are moving along very well with the first film of the new trilogy that will be a darker Star Wars movie than ever before. Now, it's explained that Disney has been in the talks with actress Jessica Chastain to portray one of the major villains in the new Star Wars film, and that the character is going to be Disney's version of Abeloth from Star Wars Legends, all reworked into a brand new timeline for the franchise. Now, let me just stop right here for a second. In case you guys have no idea who Abeloth really is in the Star Wars Legends content, this is a major villain that fought Luke Skywalker, so Disney's going to have to place this character in a brand new timeline that's not associated with the Skywalkers per se. So that will be the one major change there. The new trilogy is set to introduce Abeloth as the strong Force user that will use both the power of the light and the dark in this new Star Wars film, and that Disney has all eyes on Jessica Chastain to portray this villain that is going to be pure evil, as she is described to be the perfect fit for the character appearance-wise in this new timeline as well that Lucasfilm is set to introduce in the near future. The new trilogy is also set to involve actor Keanu Reeves to play a new dark-side user that will use a new curved lightsaber blade in the new Star Wars film that will be the newest design of a lightsaber like Maul and Kylo Ren's. Jessica Chastain is said to have great interest in joining the Star Wars franchise in order to give the fans a new experience. Let me say one thing right here, is that Jessica Chastain, I really think that she's got a lot of talent when it comes to acting. Did I like X-Men Dark Phoenix? No, I thought it was a big failure when it came to the X-Men series. That's just how I see things. It had its moments in there that were good, but overall, it somewhat reminded me of The Rise of Skywalker, where there's moments where it's good, there's moments where it's bad. Was it a success at the box office? Not a chance. The thing with Jessica Chastain is that you can see her acting abilities in that movie. You can see her acting abilities in Interstellar and other movies out there, and I could see why Disney may have wanted Jessica Chastain in a Star Wars film, not just because of her appearance, but maybe because she was associated with a big science fiction movie by Christopher Nolan in Interstellar. So with that being said, the thing about this new trilogy, by bringing in Abeloth, alright, a major villain in Star Wars Legends that Luke Skywalker actually fought in his prime, I think what they're trying to do now is that they're trying to really salvage whatever they can from Star Wars Legends, and whatever they can make sense, they'll make sense. In this scenario, Abeloth cannot fight Luke, there's no doubt about that. But she can most certainly fight new characters in a brand new timeline that takes place before the Skywalker saga or after the Skywalker saga. So, the thing about that decision by Disney is, of course, it is tricky because you want to stay accurate to the character, but at the same exact time, you kind of want to make things a little bit new. You know, I believe that when we look at Disney, it's pretty much apparent that Kylo Ren is Darth Revan reworked. There's no doubt about it. They were inspired by Revan. They were inspired by other characteristics like Darth Caedus and all those other characters and legends. So the thing here is that they really are starting to shape up. They're really trying their best to attract the audience. So with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.